We have had many experiences together. Talking about all of them will take a very long time.
I thought there was no time.
And your aspect of experience, it would take a very long time.
Okay. Very good. And you were saying we were in Atlantis. Is there anything you would like to share about Atlantis? I know a lot of people are very curious about it.
We were guides for the people in Atlantis.
And what was going on in Atlantis? I heard there was a lot of drama.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, the destruction of Atlantis. What happened there?
They did it themselves. Just like many of the other planets that always destruct. It's always people who do it. They were experimenting with things that wasn't going according to plan. Like the intention for Earth was for it to be a very peaceful, whole experience in a physical sense, where you can come and have a fantastic, almost like a holiday, if you can call it like that. Have the experience having a third dimensional body, but with one that doesn't get ill, that is complete, that is whole, that has abilities, to have the experience of flying, to have the experience of moving through the air. There are so many experiences in the third dimensional sense that you can have. And this was the intention for Earth. But the history of Earth is quite extensive and lengthy. But with regards to Atlantis, is the people in that time were experimenting with things that were not really the direction that the intent was for, and they were literally going to destroy themselves or this planet in the end if they were going to continue to do that. So we had to interfere. We had to intervene, which is not interference in the end, to basically restart it all.
How were they going to destruct the Earth?
They were working with many different modalities. Almost, if you we're going to refer to, because this is in your current timeline, but it's not the exact same thing, but it's almost like nuclear power. And it would have interfered with the frequencies of the Earth, with the inner core, and also it would have reverberated into many other planets in the solar system as well, if they were going to use this for this type of intention. And this is not, we do not want that to happen, because we want everything to be able to grow in the universe. If you're just going to destruct something that's busy growing, then there's no real purpose for that. This has also occurred many times, but we had to take this opportunity to intervene, as it was going to destruct the Earth to a sense where it would have interfered with many other things and places and planets and even galaxies. So we had to intervene. We did not wipe it entirely. We did allow for some survival, as we always do, but it was necessary to a point where kind of destructing that part of the planet was more beneficial than actually having the whole planet be destructed.
Yes. And then what happened to the survivors? Where did they go?
Many of them traveled to many different parts of the Earth. Some of them actually went to outer space. There was lots of technology on this in this civilization, They could also travel along the universe and to other universes. They use the the stargates on the planet and also the supergate to travel to other galaxies. But many of these people remained on the Earth. Some exited the Earth and traveled to other areas of the galaxy and other galaxies or in the solar system. But many of them remained on the planet, and there was a group that moved towards the North African region. There was a group that moved to the Antarctic region. There's also a group that went into the inner Earth. So they actually went quite to various extensive parts of the planet, and it was also the vibrational frequencies of that people were to a positive sense and not to a negative sense. Those who survived the destruction, and it is them who traveled throughout the earth and then established many other different civilizations around the world.
Okay. And what are stargates and supergates?
Stargates is pretty much it's like a portal type thing, if you can call it that. It's a type of technology. It still exists on the earth. It just needs to be activated for you to be able to use it. And the way to activate this is to match your frequency to it. So you have to be of a certain frequency to be able to match its frequency as well. The stargate's frequency is in your aspect ratio of measuring it. You can call it a higher frequency, even though it's not a higher frequency, it's just a different frequency. But you need to match your frequency with a stargate's frequency to be able to use it. And these stargates are connected to various parts of the planet. It runs on the meridian line of the planet, the meridian lines of the planet. But it is a physical representation of what you can actually create or accomplish with the body itself as well. Because of the history of this planet, the planet had to go through the third dimensional aspect of creation, which is the forgetfulness. And with the forgetfulness comes, starting from scratch to working your way up and discovering different types of technologies. These technologies are dropped into the planet at appropriate times by the Watchers, and stargates are one of those technologies that has been dropped into the planet for the at the appropriate time for the use of certain people who were at certain frequencies to match its frequency with it. So it's a technology, and you can use the stargates to travel to other stargates, and you can also use the stargates to travel to supergates. The supergate is something that exists on all different planets. And what it does, it connects with your sun, and then that connects with the central sun and all the other stars or suns in the galaxies, and that's how you can travel throughout the galaxies with only the body's capacity, with no ships or anything, because it's a frequential match that you use. And therefore the body cannot be distracted during these say transportation, if you can call it that, because you will match the frequencies, and the frequencies the body can handle that frequencies. And this is why so many people are going through these upgrades in frequencies, is because they are trying to match the frequencies of the fifth dimensional field, which is where many of these technologies are visible, but they also exist within the third dimension. You can use them in the third dimension, you just need to match the frequency with them to be able to use them. So the stargates are spread out through the earth. There are many different kinds. Stargates is almost like portals. Portals is just a different type of technology, if you can call it that. Where stargates is kind of like a fixed technology in one spot. where portals is something you can generate in any spot. Stargates then is also connected to the supergate. The current supergate is located in Antarctica underneath the ice, and you can use that supergate to travel to the sun. And the sun seems to be like a hot thing, but it's not really a hot thing. So you can travel into the sun, and the sun also is then the transportation to other suns in the galaxies.
Okay. And what would be the purpose of this transportation?
Exploration.
Yes, okay, so it's the kind of experience.
Yes, it's fun. It's fun to do that because you can go anywhere you like.
Are there any of these stargates in Cape Town or in South Africa?
Yes, there's one in Table Mountain, and there's also one in Egypt. That's the closest one from here. So we've got one in Table Mountain, and we've got one in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in South America towards Peru, and also towards the Mayan pyramids.
Yes.
There are many different stargates. There's believed to be people match them to the 7 or 8 wonders of the world. That's not the case. They're actually located in various places.
Yes. So does Table Mountain have some kind of energy or frequency around it because of that portal or that stargate?
So we would like to emphasize that all images are the same.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I want to emphasize on that is because it's difficult to explain this in words. So if you want to attach an energy to a place, it's a belief.
Yes.
It's created by someone's mind or someone who has had some sort of experience creating that experience. So energies are attached to things through belief. So if you want to believe there is an energy in Table Mountain, then that is the truth for you. Then there will be an energy. So if you believe there is an energy in Table Mountain, then there will be one. So this is why many people, whenever they go take hikes on top of Table Mountain or walk into certain areas, say into the pyramids, and feel like a energy or an experience from that, it's because they have created that belief. So everything comes down to belief. But yes, it is in the belief system of people and many people that there is certain energies within Table Mountain, especially because it runs on one of the meridian lines.
Yes.
On the in the planet, and one of the it's also lines up with the Rosette line in London, and this is the lines that are almost like the Earth's chakras, if you can call it that. So people have attached energy to the mountain throughout the ages, and this has created an enhanced energy. Okay. And if you believe in this energy and that you can feel physical effects from it, then you will.
And what is the chakra that Table Mountain has? Or is that also a belief system?
So, as everything is a belief system, just like the human body is just an image, just like the earth is an image, everything is a playground, if you can see it like that. So through the human body, there are these chakras, which is your energy points, and there are these belief systems that these points can be blocked, and so you can have blocked ones, and you can have ones in harmony. The energy can flow through. It can maybe only flow in one direction. This is all beliefs, and so is it with the planet. So if you believe in chakras in the planet, then that would also be a reality for you. So yes, like Cape Town Mountain, in that belief sense or system, is also a chakra point for this earth.
Okay, thank you.
If that makes sense to you. Do you need a different description?
No, I was just wondering if there are any truths, if everything is just a belief system.
Everything is a belief system.
So there's no ultimate truth, there's no...
The ultimate truth is that you are from source, and you are light, and you are love, and you're non-dual. This is the duality aspect of the experience, where we can do whatever we like and create as we go, as we do it. There's infinite possibilities of creation, and whatever you choose to experience is what you created. So before you came in as this human body, you decided to have this experience. And then in this experience how you can create in that experience. And in the experience, then remember what you are as well. The ultimate truth is love and light. There is only love.